For those of you who are just so new to this channel, this is definitely the second part of a small sub-series that I've been working on. To go to the first part of the set, so little small little sub-series, go to my channel and click on the first video. But for those who have been following so far, I welcome you back. And without further ado, and without any need of, well, some introduction anyways, so let's continue this sub-series. So this next film is definitely a very fun film that I definitely enjoyed myself. Because personally, it's my favorite kind of Aquaman. I mean, sure, like before this movie, it was kinda easy to consider how much of a jokey character he kind of was, but this movie alone stopped me from basically calling Aquaman just a guy who talks to fish, and kind of showed how much of an awesome hero he can be. And I did say Aquaman is definitely a character I couldn't take seriously. Bear in mind we're all young ones too, and some of us have thought that Aquaman is basically just that one guy who talks to fish, nothing more. But aside from that point, the plot is relatively simple. Our main character, Arthur, where obviously has yet to realize that he is from royalty, but then later where it comes and some of these Atlantean-like beings come and try to kill Arthur, but Justice League steps in, and with a little bit of convincing, Arthur goes to try and claim his throne. But that is brother. Then there is his brother who wants to go to a war with the surface world. Basically using all of Atlantis' resources to basically bombard the surface. And apologies if I don't remember all the names specifically, but it was definitely hands down probably amazing Aquaman that I've ever seen. Like the previous movies before it, the action was fight. The action that was a sorry, hang on a sec. So anyways, as far as the animation itself also goes as well, very good, as I have said before in the other three movies. Voice acting, definitely on par, and I definitely believe that the right voices were definitely chosen. And the only thing I did not like, or at least was not a fan of, that I more than likely have mentioned in the previous video, was that I am not a huge fan of these small subplot of Superman and Wonder Woman being a power couple. Like, that is kind of one of the few turnoffs, but luckily this is probably... Wait, no. Sorry. But in any case, or at least at some point, we stopped seeing that. Kind of for some reason, I feel like it was needed here, and in my opinion, it definitely was not needed. As far as everything else is concerned, the Black Manta definitely makes his appearance. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way Black Manta just basically goes like how Black Manta is defeated, I will admit I did find a little hilarious. So, there's that. And of course, so as far as the plot is concerned, yeah, the inevitability does happen, and Arthur's brother, where it does take Atlantis up on going to the surface of the world and going to war, which leaves it up to the Justice League and Aquaman to stop him before it gets too hectic. Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely that. And in my opinion, I would definitely argue that, yeah, it's definitely a really amazing Justice League movie. Yeah, it actually introduced me to an Aquaman I really liked, and other than that, I can't really complain much about it. So, Justice League Thunder of Atlantis, I definitely would say go give it a watch if you can. But now we kind of need to move on to the next movie, which goes, which, bear in mind, these next two movies are kind of a, Batman-a-thon, so without further ado, let's do this! So, Batman vs. Robin, obviously, this is definitely, the second of the installed Batman, not part of the DC animated movie universe series, where obviously, in my case, I kind of realized that the first few movies of the DC animated universe were mostly going to fall either around the Justice League and Batman, because, so let's not kid ourselves here, Batman is definitely one of the big golden tickets to DC itself, but with of course the additions of like Superman, Wonder Woman, etc. But this does follow kind of a father or son plot that eventually Damian Wayne and Bruce Wayne basically duke it out and whatnot. And this movie is actually very interesting because in the comics, I actually have two different reasons why I find this movie fascinating. Is that one, the Court of Owls are involved, and I will admit one of the big things I liked about the New 52 Batman comics was definitely the Court of Owls. I actually thought that they were by far an interesting syndicate itself. And the fact that this movie actually kind of shows Damian's growth a little bit. Sure, upon first viewing this movie, you might think that, Damian's still acting like the spoiled child that he is, and But, if you were to give this movie another look and see everything for how it is, Damian's trying his best. He's trying to stay on his dad's good side. He's doing everything he can. And in my opinion, this movie kind of grows him as a character a little bit. Especially, definitely towards the end. Because, like all good stories, if a character needs to learn something, they definitely need to go out and eventually learn it. You can't just stay in the same position forever and ever. And I would argue that this movie definitely did a good job. But and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely liked that the first villain that we see in this movie is the Toymaker. And oh my gosh, just the demented look that this guy has. If you guys saw this movie for yourselves, I probably, if you were in the same room with me, you probably would see how freaked out I was just by the sight of this guy. Yikes! And I thought, oh wait, no, I still think Professor Pig is terrifying. Anyways, as far as this movie is concerned, animation's great, action's great, you're basically getting Haruhi said it before like 4 different times. Well, now 5 times now. And like so, it's definitely those words are definitely not going to change in any case. As far as everything else goes, I do find it funny that one of these smaller things about this movie that you probably wouldn't catch at first glance, but apparently, when Nightwing was tasked to look after Damian because Bruce apparently needed to go out and figure some stuff out, it actually became very interesting that the person that Dick Grayson was calling just so happens to be Starfire, aka the big love interest to Dick Grayson that I personally am a fan of. And it actually caught me off guard when I saw it a second time at least. So, like, it's the small Easter eggs that are there that just make this movie absolutely amazing. So, yeah. And of course, the addition to the Court of Owls, that is definitely something that I really liked. Talon was definitely an interesting leader, or as it is. And funny enough, but it actually it goes all out on the Court of Owls. Like being so tight and stuff like that. Like they wanted to recruit Bruce Wayne, but little did they know that they were trying to get Batman into the mix, and that is actually one of the few plots that I thought were interesting. It is until let the Court of Owls find out that Robin is Damian Wayne, which just happens to be the son of Bruce Wayne. That huge final battle, and oh my god, so just like even as going as far as like taking it all the way down to the Batcave. It got so good. Like, I would argue it's one of my favorite fights in the DC animated movie universe. And I kind of do like that it does end on a happy note, knowing that Damian will go out of his way to try and change for the better. So, obviously, this movie definitely had a great setup, great actions, and, well, I would argue great character development. Like, whether you like Damian or not, you have to admit that at least his character growth is starting to show, at least during this first part of the... at least during this film, as it were. However, in our next movie, which is Batman Bad Blood, I kind of have thoughts for it. So, first of all, I need to make this 100% clear. What I'm about to say about this part of the movie, or at least this part of the DC animated universe, is strictly my opinion, and my opinion alone. If you feel less strongly against my said opinion, then more power to you. It means that you like something that I don't. So, Batman Bad Blood, obviously, taking place after the events of Batman vs. Robin, which is definitely not bad within itself. Which, again, kind of gave me the mindset that, the DC animated movie universe is gonna do strictly just Justice League and Batman movies, eh? But anyways, so as far as the movie is, really get concerned about, it's not bad. Obviously, get the same compliments I've said in the previous movies supply here. But I'm not a fan of Batwoman or Batwing. In my opinion, I feel like they were put in here just for the sake of like adding more Batman family characters. Like, I really did not see the purpose of Batwoman. I really did not see a purpose of Batwing. I just didn't see it. But going past this, the plot itself is that the original Batman has been claimed to be dead, so what word says is slowly getting out to the rest of the Batman family. Yeah, as Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne go back to Gotham and try and fill the shoes of, or boots, bat boots I should say, of what Bruce Wayne has put out there. And of course, it kind of eventually turns into a mystery of like, yeah, where did Bruce Wayne go? Like, what? Eventually, it does get this. That eventually it shows that Bruce Wayne was taken by, I believe it was Talia. Oh yeah, Talia. So hey, League of Assassins are back. I mean, I will admit that I did like the idea of League of Assassins at first from like the Son of Batman movie, but here I just I'm sorry. Yeah, at this point I am actually I'm actually gotten sick of the League of Assassins, and I've got sick of seeing Talia. Like, but again, opinions are my own, but what are the odds that anyone cares? So, well, yeah. Yeah, it basically, it does turn in, or at least in the case of Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne, they do eventually go out of the way to try and get Bruce back, but upon getting Bruce back, he starts acting a little weirdly. Yeah, and I will admit, one of the small snippets that I did like about this movie, for sure, is the fact that Damian is justifying his dad's behavior. Like, I will definitely say that is definitely something that I kind of thought was pretty wholesome at first. At least when I first saw it, anyways. But then you start to as the whole plot progresses forward, and yes, bear with me here, where Wayne Enterprises launches the Watchtower, aka the same Watchtower that the Justice League use. Yeah, that Watchtower. Anyways, so yeah, there turns out to be a grand opening of it, and yeah, eventually, Talia, along with the likes of the Mad Hatter, which I will admit, bravo and surprise, surprise. So you've included another one of my favorite Batman villains. To simply mind control every one that I believe is like an important politician or whatever the heck the gifts were where that came into the Watchtower. And yeah, they were launched pretty high in the sky, and it's up to what Nightwing, Robin, Batwoman, and Batwing. Oh yeah, I probably should explain some of the other characters a little bit. Batwoman, aka Kate Kane, Catherine, however you say her name, is a was military until I don't even know what happened. Like, was she ex-military or whatever? Basically, she still does kind of stick around with her dad a bit, and all I got from her is that she's a lesbo. What? I mean, no, obviously they're good. It's just that I definitely was not a fan of her character. Like, even before this movie came, and when I saw this character, I'm like, please, for the life of me, I wanted to like her. Seriously, I did. Yeah, but I just was not a fan. Yeah, I'm sorry, but was not at all. And then there's Batwing, aka Luke's son, or at least I think it was Luke's son. Luke Fox, aka Lucius Fox's son. Anyways, aside the point, on a name dropping here, the only thing I got out of this character is that, yeah, the kids, or Lucius's Fox, it's a kid, aka Luke Fox, so which I believe that's his name. Sorry for name butchering, by the way, if it comes across as that. The only reason why he even dons the suit, or should I say metallic suit, I should say, if you've seen the design, is because, yeah, he almost lost his dad. And honestly, I feel like his character was definitely a rushed one. And that's about it. I just, again, wanted to like this character, but in this case, a rush character is not really a great character at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just do not like it at all. So, yeah. Getting back into it, plot of thick things. Obviously, it's up to the remaining Bat Family members that are not being mind controlled, aka the only one who is mind controlled is Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, to stop the League of Assassins from unleashing their plan. Yeah, I kind of forgot what the plan was, but honestly, the movie itself kind of kept droning on and on and on, and I will admit, this is actually the first time I've started to lose interest. But I did stick around for it till the end, and yeah, I saw how it unfolded. So, yeah, there's that. And they definitely do everything they can to stop the League of Assassins' plans from really unfolding. And it just gets crazy from here. However, what I kind of don't buy is the fact that Batwoman could handle Talia al Ghul. Sure, you can argue with that military combat is probably one of the most extreme forms of combat, but we're talking about the League of Assassin levels of training. And I'm no combat expert because I've only done boxing, kickboxing, and wrestling. But I would argue that whatever the League of Assassins have done as far as training goes, I'm pretty sure Talia could have killed the Batwoman on the spot. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying this out of dislike of character or anything. No, I just don't get it. Maybe someone in the comments can probably give me some pointers as to how it would actually go down. But I stand by my statement. Eventually, during the multiple fights that are going on inside the Watchtower, Nightwing does snap Batman out of it because flashback reasons. I will admit, it's also kind of nice that they kind of reference what happened to Bruce before the past and what he was kind of close to doing to what Dick Grayson. Yeah, it was very sublime. Yeah. And yeah, it's definitely kind of worked out in the end. And more power to it. And at the end of the movie, which I will admit, and I probably should have also mentioned during this, that at some point in this movie, Talia has hired the goons, well, I say hire goons, but I mean like hire help to assist the League in some capacity. What I did not expect is like when Talia escaped, apparently one of her hired help, but was on the same ship as her and basically killed them both. At least I believe they did, because after this we don't see Talia ever again. And of course, all's well that ends well. So, but obviously, similar compliments from the previous some of these but in this case, this is actually the one of the dice starts out from almost good because it introduces characters that I was not a fan of. And with this, so yeah. And like in the post credit sequence, we even get to see another Batman film. And it was but have first of all watching you know who it is, and I don't get why Batgirl came out of nowhere, like no introduction, no nothing. But with that being said though, but Batman Bad Blood, not a bad film, but also not one of the great Batman films. So I have a feeling if you cut out like it's just put up in here, but if you were to cut out like Batwoman and Batwing and of course the surprise and Batgirl, but I feel like this movie actually could have been a lot more solid because in my opinion, it actually would have been way more interesting to have Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne just like trying to figure out all this chaos by themselves. So like try to handle everything else. Because as the DC universe keeps going, you start to notice that Dick Grayson is basically like the big brother to which honestly, I kind of like this a lot. So my life that long way of I don't know, but I believe, but that's it for right now, and obviously I will make a part 3. Don't know when. Don't know. Okay, just don't know when. But rest assured that I am still looking on about this and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So, with that being said, I hope you will stick around for the video as far as everything else goes. Subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell to keep up with the notifications. Hit the like on this video, comment your thoughts down below, and of course, share the content with your friends. And I hope to see you guys next time. See ya!